Perfect. And so we've done a few of these now, which is great. I appreciate people's attendance to them, and I think we'll keep doing them on a weekly basis, just connecting with each other in the spirit of physical distancing. I guess we're changing the name now. So, you know, it's just important to come together and connect, and this is one way that we can do that. So I typically start the discussion talking about kind of some of the learnings from last time or reflections from last time. And I don't know if you recall or if you were on the call, but there was the conversation about the stages and how do I want, or what do I want to be during the COVID pandemic? And we talked about kind of the stage of fear, stage of learning, and stage of growth, and just how, you know, the community might flow back and forth between these stages as things come up or as situations arise. One of the things that was mentioned was people are kind of getting tired of talking about it. So I'm going to try for the next meditation to have a meditation that doesn't reference COVID at all. We'll see how I can make that play, because I think that's really true. Is there's just this constant discussion about it, and really these meditations is about just kind of some self-care and taking a moment of awareness, and so it really doesn't have to connect at all to COVID. So we'll see what I come up with for next time. Just going to let Cam in here. There we go. So the next slide was just some fun clips. If I can't quite figure out the technology to share a video during a Microsoft Teams, so I just shared the link to this YouTube about some good news and stories that were being shared, and they were just some fun, silly things that were going on, and I just thought I would just remind everyone of that YouTube video. If you weren't on the call last time or you didn't get a chance to look at it, just there's a reminder of the link. And even if you just Google the John Krasinski, he's the actor from the sitcom The Office. Even if you just Google his name with SNG or some good news, it'll come up. So you don't necessarily need the direct link, but I just thought I'd share it again for people on the call. So I found this tweet the other day, and I really liked it. I thought it was great. If you're constantly bringing your attention back to the present moment, you're not failing it. #mindfulness, you're practicing it. Because I think there's this kind of misconception out there that when you meditate, that, you know, if the only way you're doing it, quote unquote, doing it right, is if your brain is completely shut off and you're just in this kind of hypnotized state or trance, and that's not really the case at all. And that's actually a misconception about meditation, because you really can't shut off your brain, nor would we want to. In some instances, that kind of planning and thought process that we are going through in our minds is important and it's helpful in some instances. But when you're in meditation, it's just about noticing those thoughts, gently kind of becoming aware of the distraction and then just letting it go and coming back to your breath or some sort of anchor of focus. So I thought this was really great, because there might be some sort of misconception out there that you're not doing it right or that you're doing it wrong. And that's actually not the case. And so it's just about practicing and bringing your attention back to the present moment as many times as you need to. And sometimes you'll feel like a meditation might not be working, or that, you just have to kind of let go of those expectations and just come to each meditation the way that they're meant to show up will show up for you. And that, it's whatever you need in that moment, you need in that moment. And so it's not about kind of a success or failure. It's just about coming back to the practice time and time again. So I thought that was a great little tweet. So the topic for today, it's kind of funny. I I have to admit I was a little bit nervous about this meditation, so I'm hoping, I noticed there's a few new people on the call, so I'm hoping this session doesn't scare you away, because I thought I would try something a little bit different. Normally, my meditations are fairly guided, meaning that, I'm talking through the entire process, but I thought we'd try a little bit longer of the silence period. Like typically, the meditations that we do together have a very brief kind of just continue, focusing on your breath, and we do it in silence for, maybe up to 5 minutes, but it's not usually very long at all. And so I thought we'd try today to have a little bit longer of a silent period of time. And so don't start freaking out. It'll be okay. I'll still be there guiding you through it. It's just that it's interesting. So I got some feedback recently. I've posted some different meditations on Insight Timer. And I've gotten, some really great feedback. And then I got this feedback, which basically said I was talking too much, which after I kind of got over the initial shock that, somebody might put that out there. And I kind of got over the doubt of, my goodness, should I actually be doing this teachings? I thought, well, what's the learning from this? And I know from my perspective, this is all about kind of teaching what I meant to learn, because I really believe that meditation has helped me, and just kind of a stress management tool that I was needing and looking for. And so I, kind of had to sit with this feedback for a moment and kind of get over it, and then kind of go, well, what does this mean? And so I thought it was really ironic, because the meditation that I did was on the topic of mental chatter. And I got feedback that I was talking too much. So I thought, well, isn't that interesting that, this is kind of the challenge in my head in terms of mental chatter that goes on when I'm meditating. And so I just thought it was kind of ironic. So I thought we would try it today. Again, don't panic. We'll all be through here together. It'll just be a little bit longer period of time in terms of some stillness and silence. And I think that maybe that's kind of something that I appreciate right now, just given all the craziness that's going on and all the discussion and conversation and intensity of what's going on. And so I thought that would be the theme of our meditation today. So we'll see how it goes. You can let me know if you absolutely hate it, then we'll go back to the normal format. But I thought I should probably just listen to what this feedback meant and see what comes of that. So let us get into a kind of a state to meditate. So you want to take a few deep breaths as we kind of settle in to start. So let us explore being aware and still in the present moment together. And I will now take you through a guided meditation. At the end of the meditation, you'll hear a soft bell. It is important to remember to come out of a meditation slowly and mindfully, to take your time. There's no rush. I will be here guiding you through the entire process. The theme of this meditation is stillness and mental chatter. Mindfulness is about engaging your attention in the present moment on what you are experiencing without judgment. Let us center our attention and bring awareness to the present moment. Let us center our attention on awareness. Let us center our attention on stillness. Explore this meditation with mindful curiosity as you become mindful of your body, mindful of your environment, mindful of stillness. And as you maintain a gentle present moment focus. Start by finding a comfortable position and let us settle into our breath. Placing your feet flat on the ground with your hands laying comfortably in your lap. Closing your eyes if you prefer, and become present, grateful, and relaxed in this moment. Observe the sensations of the body and notice what you are thinking. Settle into the awareness of your thoughts. As you become more relaxed, notice the chatter of your mind starting to quiet. When your mind wanders, come back to your breath in this present moment. At any point during the meditation, if your mind starts to wander, simply state silently to yourself what the thought is without judgment. For example, if your mind wanders to the past, simply state silently past and then come back to your breath as an anchor of focus. If your mind wanders to planning, simply state silently planning and come back to your breath as an anchor of focus. Or if your mind wanders to the future, simply state silently future and come back to your breath as an anchor of focus. We will now take the next few minutes in silence, giving you the opportunity to continue to focus your breath as you mindfully maintain a gentle present moment focus. Let us explore silence with curiosity. I will keep track of the time as we take these moments of silence together. In this present moment, come back to your remembering to be kind to yourself, letting go of any expectations, and be here in this present moment. keeping your eyes closed as we integrate back from the meditation. Take as much time as you need to come out of the meditation slowly and mindfully. Start by wiggling your toes and fingers or any part of your body that feels right for you. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in this meditation today, and I hope you enjoyed the experience.
Thank you, Hailey. It was nice.